Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Karen. 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 Okay, Karen.
So, wow, it's a lot to unpack there.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to Okay Karen podcast,
Yes, indeed.
special edition.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the Alabama Karen game.
Right.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am. You
Am I
better
my
know.
brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am. You better know. You better know.
So what we did was we gave you a little clip of the end game. And when you look at it, you're like, wow, that's a lot going on.
Right.
That's messed up.
But you gotta.
What are they doing to those people?
Right. But you gotta find out what happened for it to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do now is go way back.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back.
So
And we're going to show you what brought it to this point.
give you the ability to analyze and internalize.
That's funny. Took matters into his own hands. I love it. I hope the police give him a big old ticket.
All right. So a little back history first.
All right.
So my understanding, he's the riverboat co-captain. So there's a dock space that's specifically designated for them to dock once they finish their tour. You know, they got the passengers, they go all out. When they come back, they got a designated spot.
Okay.
They were in the spot. So the captain, what he reported was that he was blowing the horn and he was trying to get them to move for 45 minutes.
Whoa.
And they wouldn't move their boat.
Okay.
So the co-captain and a young man, you'll see him in a little bit, they went over on a little shuttle boat, whatever it's called. And when they got there, they got off. Ain't nobody moving the boat, whatever. So he attempted to unfasten it.
That's what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
Okay.
And move it down.
Right.
That's when they came and attacked them
Okay.
for something that they weren't supposed to be doing in the first place in a place they weren't supposed to be.
Right.
And they ignored the request. So you got hundreds and hundreds of people waiting to get off the boat, and you somewhere on the docks, at a sidebar somewhere drinking, ignoring the request for them to move your boat.
So I guess the OK Karen
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's
know
that's that privilege, though.
Right.
That's that
Right.
privilege. What is that if that's not privilege?
Right. Right.
I hear you, but I don't have to listen to you. And then a black man gonna come and tell me to move my boat?
Right. And listen, you got to couple that with the history of Alabama in regards to how Caucasian people deal with black people.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
So you can't separate the two
Right.
because there's too much history there.
Absolutely.
You can't separate it.
Right.
You have to be cognizant of reality.
Right.
Because the minute you lose scope of reality,
This is what happened.
things play out in a way that,
Right.
in hindsight, you say, how could that have played out any other way?
But see, things like this happen based on a lot of our black people ignoring things that happened in history that were the telltale signs of these kind of things to come.
Indeed. Indeed. Remember, I was saying the young man who went over with him,
Right.
he's 16 years old. So a grown man
Right.
just turned around and punched a 16-year-old in his gut.
Right.
And my understanding is, so you know how every state got their different rules, whatever.
Right.
So my understanding is, regardless of what happened there, I don't know if that's the right word, but the people have to press charges. So his mom pressed charges.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so whoever did that, that's different than fighting a grown man. Punching a juvenile,
Yeah.
you can't assault a juvenile.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
in theory, or however you want to, the law
Says you can't do that.
you can't go up to a 16-year-old
Punch him, yeah.
and just punch him in the stomach.
Right.
And at that point, he worked with him. He
Right.
like, yo, come on,
Yeah, get off.
get off of him.
Right.
Turn around, bam.
Right. Yeah. But listen, if you watch them,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really defense that in no way, because even amongst their own, if they doing something to somebody and you're considered one of their own and you're not with what they're doing, they turn against you too.
Look at history.
That's what it is. It plays itself out right before your eyes.
You can actually look at history, or you can look at politics today.
Right.
You know, we good until you disagree with me,
Right.
and then they start eating their own.
Right.
We watch that play out every day.
Absolutely.
They will eat their own in a heartbeat.
Yes, they will.
Yesterday we was kumbaya. Hold up.
Yeah.
It was all good just a week ago.
No.
It was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago.
It was all good just a week ago, but now look.
It changes drastically,
Mm-hmm. So
rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's that own adage. Either you with me
Or against me.
or you against me.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Nope. Nope. Did you notice what she just did? I'm gonna play it again so you can see what she did. The one in the blue shirt coming up. She walked in and kicked him.
No, I didn't
Tried to kick him in the head.
I didn't see
You ain't see it that time either?
I seen her walking, but I couldn't. There was so much going on with the bodies, I couldn't really focus
Right.
on
You can see her posture. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell when somebody try to kick somebody.
Right.
Watch your foot. Watch your foot.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So you ain't have nothing better to do than to walk and look like you got a drink in your hand.
What I'm saying.
Hold on, and try to kick me in the head while I'm down. You ain't got nothing better to do than to just walk over nonchalantly
You know why?
and try to kick. Well, I guess the answer is in the statement itself, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm saying this whole entire thing was based on we're gonna beat this black person up, and nobody is gonna do anything because we're in Alabama with black people scared of white people. That's the concept. That's where that came from. That's why they came and tried to roll him out like that. They didn't think that anybody was gonna do anything.
How could you not think that anybody's gonna do anything?
But when you've been doing something so long, and the response that you've been getting, been protests and marches as opposed to physical defense, that's the mindset. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Go ahead and march.
Yeah. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Go ahead and march, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead and
march and protest.
Right.
That's what y'all been doing.
Right. Wow. Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch.
They messed around and found out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ouch, baby. Very ouch.
That's the end of round one.
Right.
That's
There's multiple rounds.
right. It's multiple rounds, but that's the end of round one.
Right.
So we got a recap. We got the brother who's the co-captain.
Right.
Try to move the boat.
Right.
Throw his hat. The man steal him.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you noticed, but he started getting him. He had his hand up under his neck,
pushing him,
and he's pushing him back.
Yeah.
And you know, so
moving
now
him around.
the tides are turning.
Right. It looked different. So now
And
everybody else want to come.
They got to jump in.
Right.
They got to jump in.
It look like it's about to turn back.
It looked like it's about to turn around. Look like this ain't going to end up like we wanted it to happen.
Right.
You know, so and then that whole melee and the brother right there, as you can see, he's still just trying to separate people.
He tried to diffuse it by trying to separate people away from the man. While he was down on the ground, still getting pummeled a little bit by the other guy.
And he keep pulling people off of him.
Right.
He like his actions are so commendable.
Yeah.
Because
under the circumstances,
he got up in the middle.
Right.
And
while everything going down.
What?
Yeah.
Right. He like whack-a-mole.
Right.
You know, as soon as I whack this mole, this other mole pops up. So he kind of playing whack-a-mole with him. And then as soon as he turned his back, somebody else run back up.
Right.
Sorry, pal, you can't catch me. Oh, no, I'm history.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But very commendable.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, there we have the end of round one. We're going to look at it from a different angle now. So I don't know what she was doing. Like
I don't know.
The same.
She got tossed.
She got tossed. But the same brother who was trying to defuse it, I don't know. He was like in the middle of it.
Right.
And as soon as he walked away, she grabbed up on him. Like, I don't know what that was. Like, what was... So I don't know what was in her mind, but what could possibly have been her intention?
Well, in her mind, it's still not registering that there's a possibility that the tides are about to turn. That's not in her mind. It's still in her mind that we gonna do to them, and nothing is gonna happen.
She in the moment.
Right.
She in the moment.
Without being aware that it's about to drastically change.
Mm-hmm.
When the rest of these people start coming to this man's defense.
Right. Well, I tell my kids, your head has to always be on a swivel.
Yeah.
It has to always be on a swivel.
Right. Right.
And when you go places, go with your people.
Right.
Go with your boys.
Yeah.
Go with your girls.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
the kind of stuff
always
possible.
And you always want to have someone with you who got your back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I know I quoted Chuck D.
Okay.
Last time.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do it again.
Do what you do, bro.
I never live alone. I never walk alone. My posse's always ready and they waiting in my zone.
I never live alone. I never walk alone. That's why.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
There's a purpose for that statement. And when people listen to it, they like, oh, militant. No, smart.
Well, yeah, let's do this too. Just for clarity's sake. For people we want you to have complete clarity and comprehension of what we're trying to say. In no way possible are we trying to advocate violence.
Not at all.
None of that.
Not at all.
But justice is the reward or penalty, whichever may apply. So sometimes when you do things to people, your justice is their response. You can't just do something to somebody and not expect anything to happen in return to you, especially when you're wrong. And these people were absolutely wrong for what they were trying to do to this man to ensue the whole incident to take place the way that it did.
Right. It ain't no base here. Ain't no base in life.
Right.
Like when you young and you playing tag and you run the base and you good.
Right.
Life don't have a base.
No, I don't.
It ain't no base.
No.
You know?
It's just the experiences as they are, and you learn to navigate the journey and deal with them accordingly. That's it.
Who the nicest one? The young boy? No, he ain't. Yeah, but he's gonna let Star just handle that dog.
So that's the end of round 2. That was that was a few of the individuals who came down the ramp to his aid.
Right. Just a few.
They got there.
Right.
So all this time, all his colleagues, they've been on that riverboat watching this whole thing play out.
Right.
The people who he work with every day, who he hang out with, they go to cookouts, they do all the things that you do.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, with your
So
friends in your body, so to speak.
they just watch all of that play out.
Right.
Now the boat has docked. You see the boat right there?
Yes, indeed.
So now the boat has docked.
Right.
And we're going to get to the place where we started.
Right.
We're going full circle now.
Okay.
So
this is with a melee edition.
Right. Let's now that we know what brought us to this point.
Right.
Let's watch this point again.
Start cracking people with chairs.
This man with the chairs.
I crown you king of the hill. I'm just saying. You know? It's
Yeah.
wars.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I was talking at the job about this situation, and it's women out there, and people like, well, yo, man, they was hitting women and all that. I was like, I understand that, but this is what you gotta understand. When somebody wages war against you, it ain't no, they don't have nothing to do with it, or everybody is involved. Because that person that you talking about don't put your hands on will be the person that will gonna kill you, cause she with them.
You can't turn your back. Well, you saw the one in the blue when he was down.
Right.
She walked.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about.
You gonna walk right up to me and you right.
But listen,
you just as culpable as anybody else.
That's how you know people don't really understand what war really is.
Mm.
Cause in war you don't take no shorts.
Right.
Everybody can get it. And anybody can get it in war.
Right.
Now, I mean, you gotta understand what you're dealing with when you deal with people who wage war against you.
Right. Well, again, there is no base.
Right.
Guard your grill.
Right.
And knuckle up.
Simple.
Indeed.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science, you know. And when blows start happening,
right,
you got to make a decision.
Right.
You got to make it. In psychology, they call it fight or flight.
Right. So,
make a choice. You got to make a choice. You can't just stand there like a deer in the headlight.
Right.
Because
you're gonna get rolled out.
Somebody gonna make a decision for you. Somebody gonna make a decision for you. Yeah. So,
well, my motto is: if we come together, we leave together. Simple as that.
So, with the individuals who jumped the brother, so there was 3 of them who got charged.
Okay.
There was a 4th one that I'm still not sure. He was tangled up in it, but I couldn't never tell whether he was trying to
de-escalate,
right,
or get into a sneak tip.
But I don't. Right.
Just saying, just left that part out.
Right. So I can't tell.
Yeah.
But what if that was the case? He was very effective because he didn't get charged.
He got it all.
If he got a couple in, he got. So it was
2 man with the sneaky shots.
Right. I think it was 4 warrants that went out.
Okay.
3 that I know for a fact. And first, I guess he was the older person, the first person who threw the blows.
Okay.
He turned himself in.
Oh yeah.
So they had a mugshot of him.
Okay. I seen a picture of a guy. I don't know if that was him. That had a bloody face or whatever. Was that him?
No, I don't know. When he turned himself in, he had already cleaned himself. So from that day, everybody who got handcuffed, they let them go. Nobody got taken down that night.
Oh wow. That's something new under the sun.
They de-escalated it.
Yeah, I'm saying that's something new under the sun.
Right.
Because you usually don't hear about that.
That everybody got let go.
Right.
No, you don't hear about that.
Right.
Well, you definitely don't see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow. That's different.
You know. So then the other 2 turned themselves in.
Okay.
Now I don't know if it's a warrant or not, but they did mention the guy with the chair.
Oh,
they said they do want to talk to him.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
they did say.
Why wouldn't you? I mean.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They did say that they want to have a discussion with him.
Yeah.
About his actions.
Yeah. He's gonna swing that chair like he's swinging the bat.
Right.
He's going to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we would be remiss in our vodcast if we didn't give an honorable mention to the young brother who did the swim.
Yeah, man. Listen, that was like marathon.
Let's check him out.
Yeah, that was marathon.
He jumps in the water.
Right.
He swims all the way across the bay
to the dock.
to the docks,
Climbs out.
and I think he take his shoe off.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have lost one in the water.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he had to take that one
you know
off.
what I mean? You don't want to be like you
Right. So
you need that balance.
So, but that's to the testament of the bond that crew has.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching you beat a friend of mine.
Right.
You know, it's gotta be more than just a colleague.
Yeah.
It's gotta be more than just a colleague.
Yeah. They got some type of bond going on.
Right.
They got brotherhood.
Right.
Brotherhood in that. You can see that.
So, you know.
As soon as he dove in the water, that was a telltale for me.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk a little conceptual right now.
All right.
If we could harness that same energy
Right.
that they had for that brother's back.
Right.
If we can harness that energy and we can support each other shops.
Right.
Whenever we got something going on wrong in our house,
right.
You know, we can call a contractor
right.
that, you know what I mean, that's in our community.
Right. You commend them and you pass that information on to the next person. Like, yo, if you need XYZ done, I know this person or that person that has a business that will take care of it.
Well, that's what we do.
Right.
That's what we do.
Right.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
So if we harness that same energy and put it back into ourselves and into our community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
Absolutely. There's no limitation. It's infinity is the limit, if so to speak, without saying it's a limitation.
Indeed.
You know
Indeed.
You know what I mean? We'll achieve excellence eventually.
We got to have each other's back. We have to be our brother's keeper.
That's what it says.
We have to be.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us this special edition of OK Karen, the Alabama Karen gang, and am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am. Without a question. Without a doubt.
So
with my head on a swivel.
With my head, you better keep your head on the swivel. You better keep your head on the swivel. All right, so we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen.